He's Tim.
And he's Sam.
And this is Cinematators.
And tonight we're going to watch 4 of our favorite scenes from the hit movie
Rocky Balboa.
Ding Ding. Ooh.
Let's get it on.
Ooh. He's a southpaw.
This shows how his son is trying to branch out, being different from him. You know, he's still the simple guy that he used to be, and his son is like, no, I gotta move on. I gotta make my own way in life. I'm not like you, and I can kind of relate because there was a time where I was trying to be like, oh yeah, I'm much more educated and well spoken than my father. I'm not going to be like that simple man of the people like he is.
Mhm.
But you see, like in this whole entire opening, you just see how he's just not the brightest of guys, but very simple and just a man of the people. It's just people like him.
He's a champ, man.
Well, even before that, I feel like that's just how Rocky was. He was just that kind of guy.
I got plans. A few of the guys get together,
And can I just point out what amazing casting that was to get Milo Ventimiglia as his son? Because that mouth.
What's wrong with his mouth?
It looks just like Rocky's. How it's kind of off to the side,
Oh.
It's like he looks like he could have been his son.
You ain't gonna believe this. But you used to fit right here. I'd hold you up and say to your mother, this kid's gonna be the best kid in the world. This kid's gonna be somebody better than anybody ever knew. And you grew up good and wonderful. It was great just watching every day was like a privilege. Then the time come for you to be your own man and take on the world, and you did. But somewhere along the line, you changed. You stopped being you. You let people stick a finger in your face and tell you you're no good. And when things got hard, you started looking for something to blame, like a big shadow. Let me tell you something you already know. The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. Now, if you know what you're worth, now go out and get what you're worth. But you gotta be willing to take the hits and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you wanna be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that, and that ain't you. You're better than that.
Damn.
I'm always gonna love you no matter what.
That's the part that got me.
No matter what happens.
No matter what
You're
happens.
my son, you're my blood. You're the best thing in my life. But until you start believing in yourself, you ain't gonna have a life. Don't forget to visit your mother.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's the part that got me.
Yeah. It's like instead of going in for a hug or something, he just walks past him, doesn't even look at him. Don't forget to go visit your mother.
There's something about dads and sons, and then like, you want to disrespect me, I disrespect you. We go back and forth. But the moment you disrespect your mother, my wife, ooh, ooh.
Yeah,
we'll
I can
talk
take
about your mother. But just everything. That whole speech.
Most powerful speeches I've ever heard in my life. And just every time I hear it, it hits on the same level. It makes you hurt and feel inspired at the same time.
It just shakes off all that gunk, all the excuses, and it just says, get to work.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to get hit. Life doesn't care. Life's not fair. Life doesn't care who you are, where you've been, what you've gone through. You're either going to succumb to it and let it get you down, or you're going to rise up and keep taking the hits. Keep moving forward. Keep going.
To beat this guy,
I love this.
you don't have it.
Okay.
Your knees can't take the pound. So hard running is out.
Okay.
You got arthritis in your neck. You've got calcium deposits on most of your joints.
Mm-hmm.
So sparring is out.
Okay.
That off?
I had that problem.
Thanks, Paulie.
Calling slashing, blunt force trauma.
Mm-hmm.
Horsepower. Heavy
Let's do that.
cast iron, pile driving punches that will have to hurt so much they'll rattle his ancestors. Every time you hit him with his shot, it's got to feel like he tried kissing the express train. Yeah. Let's start building some hurting bombs.
Yeah. And then it goes into the montage.
That's reminiscent of Rocky accepting his past is gone and accepting this new stage in life because he's no longer the quick catching a chicken kind of thing.
Yeah.
Now he's got to adapt and overcome his circumstances. He's now older. So just hit him like a bulldozer.
See, here's what I like about this is it mirrors, like, somewhat mirrors the first one, you know, besides him screaming for Adrian the whole time.
Yeah.
But, like, it was never about winning, you know? Like, I know it's you think about it, like you want to win, but, like, it's about going the distance. In the first one, it was about going the distance with Apollo. And in this one, it's just about going the distance one last time. So, like, he doesn't need to be in the ring. It doesn't matter to him if he wins or loses. It just matters that he went the distance one last time. He went out on his own, on his feet. You know, he got knocked down a bunch of times. He got back up. And that's what I love about this ending. I love that he just leaves the ring. Like,
he's not waiting around to see, oh, did I win? Did I lose?
Nope.
I don't care. It doesn't matter. That doesn't matter at all to him. It's just the fact that he did it. And because he did it and he made it through all the rounds, he's done. He's done what he wanted to do.
Yeah. And I love here at the end this little, like, almost play style curtain call for everybody, you know, because this is the Rocky send-off movie. You know, you have Apollo and Apollo 2, or Creed, I should say, Creed and Creed 2. But, like, this is his, you know, he's got Spider in it, he's got Paulie in it, you know, it's all the main players. You know, and Dixon wins, which is great because Rocky lost to Apollo.
Yeah.
I mean, it's such an underdog story, and he didn't win. He won what he was set out to do, but he never won the fight, you know.
Yeah, he accomplished his goal in both the first one and this one. So beginning to end, it bookends. He accomplished his goal just by doing it.
All right, Sam, Rocky Balboa.
Okay, so even when he's walking down the street and he's talking about the buildings, like, oh, it's a 150-year-old building. Of course, it's going to be a little run down. He's talking about himself. It's him going back to his roots and embracing change. And that's what this movie is about. Him moving forward as a person and realizing he's past certain stages in his life and he's got to accept them and move on with them. I always said if I had only 3 Rocky movies I could keep, it'd be Rocky 1, Rocky 2, and Rocky Balboa. And it's because Rocky at the start, where he just needs to go the distance, Rocky in the second one, where he becomes the champ, and then Rocky Balboa, where it bookends. And this is the end of his journey as far as being a fighter. That one speech right there, that does it. And the relation between him and his son, like I may have told you before, Rocky reminded me a lot of my father. And, you know, because he just passed, and that's kind of the reason we're doing this movie at this time. It just reminds me he may have been a simple man, but he was a man of the people. He'd get out there and shake some hands. How you doing? That kind of thing. He may have been simple, but he had a good heart. Until the end, where it gave out on him. He died of a cardiac arrest, so.
Sam. I knew we were gonna get through it. Well, you've been doing something like that. I just knew. It's so funny.
Yeah.
Oh man. Well, I'm sorry for both of us.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, on those downer notes,
oh man. Yeah, it definitely goes into like the episode, Tombstone's episode I'm editing, and it just definitely goes from like, I love you, Dad. I miss you, Dad. Well, for cinematators.
Well, for cinematators, he's Tim.
And he's Sam.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And bear with us. We are getting better at this each time.
We hope. And please leave us a comment and let us know what are some of your favorite scenes from Rocky Balboa or any of the Rocky franchises. Why not? We'll open up to everything.
Which one was your favorite in the series, including Creed and Creed 2?
Ooh, I love those as well.
And keep on dancing.
I wasn't sure how far you wanted to go on that.
I didn't know how far I wanted to go with it either.
Okay, well then I'm going to cut a lot of that out.
Fair enough. Just as long as it's
Okay.
not something that I said that was important. So you could cut all of it.
Very rarely do you and me say anything important.